So as you guys can see, I've solved our radio situation. I've had that speaker forever now, like a while. I think it's before I even got my 240. I remember I used to bring that into Dan's house when I was working on the 240 and just blast music, but I lost the charger, but then I realized Sony, most of the chargers are the same, so I got a PSP charger. It's a 15 watt instead of a 5 watt. I don't think it's going to blow up, but whatever. So I finally got to charge it, and this thing is like really loud. I don't know if it's going to be loud enough to like cover the whole straight pipe craziness, but still pretty cool. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I know some people, they make like mounts on their cage like to put Bluetooth speakers in and stuff like that, but I don't know if like that's what I'm going to do or what, but I really don't know what to do. The standings just got updated. It's super later in the day. If you haven't, go watch the quick like 4 or 5 minute live stream video I posted right before this one, and it just explains the SEMA competition. There's like a whole table chart to show you guys. But basically 2 people are going to SEMA. I think that's the biggest misconception that you guys don't understand, is that there's 2 people going to SEMA. Not 1, but 2. And then the final battle is at SEMA for like the 3 days at SEMA. And anyone can vote. Doesn't matter if they're actually at SEMA or you live in India or Europe or wherever the hell you guys are from, Indonesia, whatever countries, you know. But I don't really know what to do for my car. I posted the picture of the kit, well, the Grand Am race car, the M3 GT, which also has the S62 V8 in it. And that's the kit I'm getting, and a lot of you are really upset. And first you got to realize that A, I am going to be kind of modifying the kit, and B, you got to realize that there's really nothing else on the market. Like, the biggest problem with building this car is that people think that the parts, you could just buy them, and I swear to God, more than like 80% of the parts, you can't just buy them. And that's the biggest issue, is that like people are too used to like video games where it's like you just select this, and then boom, it's done. But you can't buy the kit, you can't buy it anywhere. I mean, I know Waker was building it, but once again, he hasn't made any progress in the past like month and a half. So like I said, he's not going to be done for another half year probably. There's a guy in California building it, still not going to be done this year. But he's also going to be wanting $8,000 for it, which I don't think a fiberglass kit is worth that much. So you got to realize our options, that there really aren't any kits. Same thing with the side exit. People think that the side exit is just something you could buy and bolt up. I'm like, no, like I had to cut the floor, weld the box. It's completely custom fabrication and stuff like that. And people, once again, don't realize that. And it's okay if you don't. Like, I'm not angry that you don't. It's just, I'd rather you guys realize that building cars in real life is nothing like building them in Need for Speed or Forza or something, where you can make these like crazy rare things just come to life. Because most of the time you can't even get the parts. It's simple as, it's not even the skill of doing it. It's just you can't get the damn parts. Obviously newer GT cars, like the newer Z4 GT3 BMW, you can actually buy that kit. Stupid as hell. You could buy a lot of the kits from like the new race cars, because now that BMW and like these companies, they're actually starting to sell the kits straight from the motorsports groups. But back in early 2000s, you know, these things were like huge, kept like not secrets, but they were things that you just couldn't buy. They didn't want people to have this stuff and to be able to build themselves a GTR, which kind of makes sense, but times have changed. But once again, it's annoying. You know, if we were building a Z4 GT3 rep, could have had all the parts. Would have been stupidly expensive, but could have had everything. Do you agree, Kai? He's really scared of the camera. I love that song so much. It's funny because inside the house blasting that thing sounds so loud, but like when that's like fully on and I'm like standing outside, like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hear it that well. I mean, I can use headphones, and I did the one time that I drove this to get the cage finished, and you have to fully blast the headphones, but then you can't hear anything else, and I kind of want to be able to hear the car too, if that makes sense. But anyways, mounting solution wise, I was thinking, first of all, this is like a stupid design where like this leg has to be open, because if I close it, the thing turns off, but whatever. I was thinking that you could, we could just cut right there in the center console, just like a slot for this thing, just to sit in, and then we don't have to worry about it like falling out or anything like that, because, you know, it'll be there. I think that might be good, especially because it'll be right behind us in the center. I think that's the best place for it. Glad you guys like the windows. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Obviously it looks like crap right now because it doesn't have the rail that's gonna sit here, which I'm not gonna put in until like way later, just because it is gonna have to be double side taped, and I still want to like, I'm obviously gonna paint. I didn't put any of the weather stripping in either, because once again, gonna be waiting. So that's really the status of our situation. A lot of you asked about the spoiler. I was actually thinking there's a bolt hole right there, a bolt hole right there, and a bolt hole right there. And I was thinking like, hey, what if you just like chop it like that? Because the only thing I don't like, I think these stands are correct and stuff, and I think the wing sits at a good level. The only thing is I don't like how it starts out thin here and then it gets really, really fat. That's the only thing I don't like. I want it to be this thin, but then the whole way through it'd be the same thing. So like around here, it would probably get like cut until this is perfect. And I think that would actually be the wing, really. I mean, it is the same wing deck. I am gonna paint the side things silver, but I'm obviously waiting until I pick out the new silver and blue color for this car, because I am gonna do the blue darker and the silver. I mean, I'm just gonna pick out a different one because it's gonna be a 2-stage paint, not a single stage like this one. So once I get that silver, I'll actually paint this. That's the reason I haven't, because I don't want to pick some random silver, then that silver not be the same as this. You know, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I also think I'm gonna throw the cowl back on, the really crappy cowl, and put the wipers back on, because the car needs wipers. And yeah, that's one of those things. And I don't know what else. I mean, inspection sticker is still missing, which makes this car kind of illegal, because technically they can impound it if they pull it over because it's not inspected. But like, I have a sticker that's legit 2019 in the back, but you can't peel it off because it was a broken part. So I got the cowl on and the wipers on, as you can see. They work fine, everything, blah blah blah, race car. And then here I decided to, I didn't record it because I knew you don't, I don't think you guys would really want to see it, but basically, if you guys remember, this whole harness was pulled out for the cage when he did it, and to drive the car to a shop to get the cage finished, I did like kind of put everything back together, but I didn't do it neatly. So now I just basically ran the wires down there. I finally put the high beam bulb in. Just little stuff. I just tried to tug up the wiring. I wrapped the, I know it doesn't look like it, but I wrapped the wires that were exposed in electrical tape. And then the headlights were super loose, and I bolted this one in. The thing about a lot of these headlights is their brackets snap. And I got these headlights with every bracket snapped except this one. So I made a little metal one that goes in there and into the headlight. So this headlight is strong. And then this one was the really, really bad one. I think every single mount on this headlight was like gone. So I just zip tied the bottom mount, and I put a screw into the housing on both and used zip ties to tie it, and this thing's literally solid. So it's a lot better than seeing the headlights flop around when you're driving on the highway. But everything here is buttoned up. I put the seal here, so now the only air it intakes is from the outside, so now I don't get to smell the engine through that. And I think that's most of the stuff, quite honestly. I just move everything out of the way. And yeah, sick. So I don't really know what to do now. Rachel's gonna be home, so I think I'm gonna end it for today. So tomorrow, she got a lot of parts for her car. She got another lip because she destroyed hers in the snow months ago. She got like rear valances, which are like rear side skirts for the bumper. It's just like this part of the bumper, and then she already has a diffuser on, and then she has brand new headlights inside with like these cool daytime running LED strips inside of them. And then I also have to like take out her headliner and unbolt the roof racks and stuff too. So I mean, just let me know if you want me to record that or not. I don't really care, quite honestly, because I don't know, I don't get the same motivation working on other people's cars as I do working on this car, or my own cars, I guess, because I'm not passionate enough. But I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Remember to drop your daily vote if you haven't. Link's always in the description below, the first link. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys.